January 1943. The sky over Nazi-occupied France. A B-17 bomber explodes mid-air. Airman Alan Magee is blown out. No parachute. 22,000 feet of empty air below him. 4 miles straight down. Terminal velocity, 120 miles per hour. He has 90 seconds to live. His crew watches him fall. They pray for a miracle. But miracles don't exist at 22,000 feet. His body tumbles through frozen clouds. The ground rushes up faster. He's falling faster than a race car. 60 seconds left. His life flashes before his eyes. Growing up in New Jersey, enlisting at age 22, promising his mother he'd return. 30 seconds remaining. The Saint-Nazaire train station appears below. A massive glass roof. He's unconscious now from oxygen deprivation. His body goes completely limp. This saves his life. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Impact. He crashes through the glass ceiling. The glass shatters into 1,000,000 pieces. Each shard slows his descent slightly. A fraction of a second matters. He hits the station floor. German soldiers rush over. They expect to find a corpse. But his chest is moving. He's breathing. Somehow, impossibly, he's alive. 28 broken bones. Severe internal bleeding. Shattered right arm and leg. Damaged kidney and lung. But his heart still beats. The Germans are stunned. Even enemy medics can't believe it. They rush him to a hospital. A German doctor examines him. "This is medically impossible," he whispers. But science explains the miracle. The glass roof acted like an airbag. Each breaking pane absorbed energy. Milliseconds of deceleration saved him. Being unconscious was crucial. Conscious people tense up before impact. Tense muscles shatter on impact. Relaxed muscles absorb the shock. Drunk drivers survive crashes this way. Magee's limp body did the same. His organs shifted but didn't rupture completely. The Germans treat him as a POW. They give him medical care. Even enemies respect the impossible. Months of painful recovery begin. He survives infection after infection. His bones slowly mend. He spends 2 years in German camps. Stalag Luft 3, the same camp from The Great Escape. He survives the war. May 1945. Liberation. He returns to America as a hero. But the trauma haunts him. Nightmares of falling plague his sleep. Every night he falls again. But he chooses to live fully. He marries his sweetheart. They have children together. He becomes a dental technician. A quiet, normal life. But he never forgets that day. The day he fell from heaven and somehow survived hell. Decades pass. He rarely speaks about it. The fall seems like a dream, or a nightmare he can't escape. In 1993, he returns to France. 50 years after the fall. He stands at the rebuilt train station. The glass roof is gone now, but he remembers. He touches the ground where he landed. Tears stream down his face. This spot should be his grave. Instead, it's his 2nd birthday. Local French people gather around him. They heard the legend their whole lives. L'Américain qui est tombé du ciel. The American who fell from the sky. They embrace him like family, because legends deserve to live. Scientists still study his case. The highest fall ever survived without a parachute. Other people have fallen from planes. Almost all died instantly. Vesna Vulovic fell 33,000 feet in 1972. She survived inside a plane fuselage section. But Magee had nothing, just air and luck, and a glass roof at exactly the right moment. The odds were astronomical. 1 in a billion, maybe 1 in a trillion. Yet it happened. December 2003. Alan Magee dies peacefully. age 84, in his own bed, surrounded by loved ones, 60 years after he should have died. His obituary makes international news. The man who fell from the sky. His story inspires millions because it proves something profound. Impossible is just a word. Your body is tougher than you think. The human will to survive is unstoppable. Sometimes relaxing saves you. Sometimes letting go is the answer. Fighting isn't always the solution. His unconscious body knew what to do. When his mind couldn't save him, his body found a way. Today, the B-17 wreckage is gone. The train station was rebuilt. But the legend lives forever. Every year, people visit that spot. They look up at the sky and imagine the impossible fall. 22,000 feet. 4 miles of nothing but air. A young man plummeting to certain death. And a miracle made of glass. His survival changed medical science. Doctors study how he lived. Trauma surgeons learn from his case. Aerospace medicine evolved because of him. He gave science a gift, the gift of understanding human limits and how to push past them. His family keeps his medals, his Purple Heart, his Air Medal. But his greatest achievement isn't military, it's simply surviving. Choosing life when death was certain. Fighting back even while unconscious. His story asks us a question. What would you do if you were falling? Would you give up? Or would you fight until the very end? Magee couldn't fight consciously, but his body never gave up. His heart kept beating. His lungs kept trying to breathe. Life wanted him to survive. And somehow, against all odds, life won. That's the real miracle. Not the glass roof, not the physics, but the fact that he never stopped fighting, even when he didn't know he was fighting. His subconscious refused to die. When you fall from 22,000 feet, you have time to think. 90 seconds of falling. What goes through your mind? Magee never remembered. He blacked out too early. Maybe that's a blessing. Or maybe it's the reason he survived. Because he didn't have time to be afraid. Fear tenses the body. Tension kills on impact. Peace saves lives. So, in a twisted way, his unconsciousness was a gift, a final mercy from the universe. Before the impossible happened, every airman who heard his story had a sliver of hope that if their plane went down, maybe, just maybe, they could survive too. That hope carried them through the war, through bombing runs over Germany, through flak-filled skies, through fear and death, because one man proved it. You can fall from heaven, crash into earth, and still wake up, still breathe, still live, still love, still fight. Alan Magee fell from the sky, but he rose from the ashes, a phoenix in an airman's uniform. Proof that miracles exist, even in wartime, even in darkness, even when falling, especially when falling, because that's when we need miracles most. 22,000 feet, one glass roof, one unconscious body, one impossible survival, one extraordinary life that lasted 60 more years. This is the story of Alan Magee, the man who fell from heaven and lived to tell about it. A WW2 bomber gunner fell 20,000 feet with no parachute and still survived. The enemy doctors who captured him were shocked, but this crazy fall actually didn't kill him. The glass roof of a station saved his life.